It honestly couldn't be a better, more beautiful day out. It's just like, it's amazing. It's an amazing March summer. It's spring. I guess it's spring. It might technically be winter still, but it's beautiful. And today we're gonna dive into my game plan, like everything from training, nutrition, cardio, timeline, expectations for a dieting phase, a cut. I'm going on, this is episode 6 of the cut, and I believe I'm about going into week 5 right now. So welcome to the video. You just keep working. You just keep doing all you can, no matter how beat down you are, no matter how tired, no matter how hungry, you just keep going. No matter how bad it got, no matter how hungry I got, no matter how tired, no matter how long I was there, I would have never quit. So last week we moved into the new warehouse, which is right behind me. However, because we're the first business to move into this new business park, they forgot to set up internet capabilities here. Like, it's on us to set it up with the provider, but it's not networked, it's not wired to service internet yet. So this new warehouse is just holding all of our inventory. It has everything, the gym stuff, the inventory, and we are shipping and fulfilling orders out of the old warehouse, which is luckily only like a quarter-mile away. So every morning we come to the new warehouse, pick up inventory, take it to the old warehouse where John's at right now packing orders. So it's just a mess until everything gets situated. But didn't work out exactly as we hoped and planned. So the first diet I ever did was pretty much a nightmare. It was my freshman year of college, and I wanted to lose weight. I wanted to lose body fat in preparation for a bodybuilding show in a strategic way. So what I did is I had my notebook and I wrote down, before even going into the cut, what my macros were going to be week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, all the way to week 12 leading into the bodybuilding show. Because I thought if I just made incremental changes to my fats and carbs every week and just went into a deeper deficit, it would work that way, which it kind of ended up working a little bit. But it's not the smartest way. It's not the most effective way to strategically plan a diet or a cut. So you want to make changes to your macros, to your cardio, to your deficit as you go, as your body's adjusting, and as you're losing essentially body fat. So needless to say, I'm not doing it that way again. And about 2 years ago, I had a very successful cut, very successful dieting phase that went smooth. It went well. I felt good till the end, but it was successful nonetheless. And this is how I approach my diets now. So essentially, I need to know 2 things. I need to know how much weight do I want to lose and how much time do I have to do it. So I am trying to lose, and I've been trying to lose starting about 6 weeks ago, 5-6 weeks ago, 20 pounds. And I have 12 weeks to do that. So I have my timeline here. I have where I'm starting and where I'm ending. Where I'm starting, I estimated the first 1 to 6 weeks of the cut, which I'm about right now, I will lose or try to attempt to lose 2 pounds a week, because in the beginning of the cut you can lose more just because your body is more adaptive to change. You know, when you're holding more body fat, a small change in diet or cardio will go a long way. Now the second half of the cut, the last 6 weeks, I expect to lose about 1 pound of weight per week, just because towards the end of a dieting phase, as you start to get leaner, it's a little harder to lose some weight. Here's the thing that I find a lot of people struggle with is they go into it with no structure, no plan, and they're just overwhelmed with what they have to accomplish, how much weight they have to lose in a certain amount of time, and how are they going to get there. Well, I keep it pretty simple. I first go into a macronutrient deficit. So I go into a caloric deficit. I decrease carbs and fats primarily from what I'm already consuming. So I'm consuming less than it requires to maintain my current weight. That puts you into macro caloric deficit, start losing weight. Once you stop losing weight, you make adjustments. You decrease carbs a little bit, you decrease fats a little bit. Once you plateau again and weight loss stops, which I'm now at, I start incorporating cardio. So I go into a cardio deficit, which I'll talk about later, but just like 200 calorie sessions at a time, maybe 2 to 3 times a week. And once you plateau again on your weight loss, either adjust and increase the amount of cardio you're doing or go into a further caloric deficit. Now, the deeper I get into a diet, the more frequent trips I make to the grocery store to find like macro-friendly, like crazy finds so I can fit in. But I always have my staples, which I'll show you right here. It's like always now from probably the next 6 weeks, staple meal number 2. I'll show you. Now this recipe right here is game-changing and life-saving while in a deficit. So it is 8 ounces of pre-cooked chicken thighs and then 2 servings of broccoli slaw. If you're dieting, get broccoli slaw. It helps so much with volume, staying full, lower carbs. Threw some cherry tomatoes in there, some of these no sugar added bread and butter chip pickles, a serving and a half of Bolthouse Farms ranch dressing, mustard, mushrooms, and this is it. Lots of volume, lower calorie, perfect. And just like that, a few thousand bottles of Strong Greens got delivered, and we had to load it up right into Preston's truck, take it to the old warehouse that fulfilled those orders. So we're operating out of 2 places right now, which it's different. Well, I guess one of the benefits is that we are in skateboard riding distance. All right. Great.
We relaunched Green, so we're just trying to grind these orders out and get them out same day. Yeah, we're busting them out right now. Bust.
So next up, let's talk about what I'm doing for this cut. Let's talk training. Go a little in depth of what I'm following program-wise and kind of how my principles of training are gonna be set up for the remainder of this cut. Let's go.
Touch the ball, it's over, call it close, but we all know what this is gonna be. You came and failed the test, you met the best, expected chess, but got monopoly. I came and bought you out, I knocked you out, I cropped you out with no apologies. I am the hope, the heart, the faith, the spark, the one who will fulfill the prophecy. I just been counting, never lounging, climbing up mountains, bouncing back. Step in the ring, about you step back. They'll learn hot when I get on the track. I like it louder the most, watching all these sheep just bow down to the goat. If I can't decide, I'ma probably get both. We didn't celebrate, but right now I'm a toast, resurrected ghost. Outside, looking at the stars.
So let me tell you, training going into this cut has been some of the most interesting that I've decided to do yet, because the day after I ran the Austin Marathon, I started dieting for this cut. And that was about 5 to 6 weeks ago at this point. So the 12 weeks leading up to the marathon was strictly marathon prep, long distance running. My emphasis wasn't necessarily on training in the gym. I stopped all heavy deadlifts and squats. It was just like a lot of high volume running in preparation for a marathon, which is understandable. So then I transitioned into the cut and I hopped back on Embraces Suck version 1, which is a combination of hypertrophy, some bodybuilding stuff, a lot of heavy strength training, because I wanted to get my deadlift back up, my squat back up, start benching heavy again. Because when I'm cutting, when I'm dieting, I still incorporate a lot of heavy movements. Like starting to deadlift again has been one of the greatest feelings after doing marathon prep, just because I feel strong, my core gets engaged, I just feel good lifting heavy weight. Embrace Suck version 1 also has like a Strongman Saturday, which is perfect. Now the only modification I made to it, so Embrace Suck version 1 hits every body part twice a week, and it also includes metabolic conditioning, metcons, and cardio. So for the first, up until now, I've done none of the cardio except the metcons. And now that I'm incorporating cardio into my diet because I've hit a plateau, and I don't want to take my nutrition any further than it is right now, I am incorporating 2 to 3 20-minute sessions of just steady state, low impact Stairmaster a week. So each session, and my first session was yesterday, was 20 minutes on the Stairmaster. It burned, from what the Stairmaster said, like 225 calories, and I'll do that 2 to 3 times a week moving forward. And like I said previously, when I hit a plateau after that with my weight, I will either increase the amount of times I'm doing cardio a week or decrease carbs, decrease fats a little bit. And I'll just find the balance between the two. So training is still a split of bodybuilding, heavy compound movements, some powerlifting stuff incorporated in there. I've now started incorporating cardio just because I hit a plateau with my weight. And I'm just having fun with it. I'm just having fun not training for marathon prep right now and lifting heavy again. Decided to switch it up a little bit tonight and head to House of Gains, which is one of the gyms that's really close to our house. And since we got rid of a lot of the cardio equipment at the warehouse, I love doing Stairmaster for 20 minutes on about level 8. And that's what I just knocked out. So Steph and I hit some cardio here. And Stairmaster is that one machine that makes me sweat like no other. It feels good. The nightly meal prep is upon us. So now that the diet is underway, we're going out to eat a lot less, which means we're prepping a lot more meat. So we're cooking chicken, and let me show you after dinner some of my typical meals or typical food items, typical foods that I'm eating on this cut. All right, so we'll start over here and we will work our way around. So these come in clutch, 0-calorie drinks while dieting. It just fills you up a little bit, the carbonation, and just a little bit of sweetness. So we typically go with these 0-calorie Frescas. Steph really likes LaCroix. I'm not a huge fan, but I will drink it. And then these 0-calorie Propels. Condiment-wise, we do Bolthouse dressings. Huge fan of Bolthouse Ranch. And then no sugar added ketchup. And then working our way over here. So always have some sort of cooked protein, either chicken thighs, chicken breasts, lean ground turkey, lean ground beef, something like that. And then always Greek yogurts. I've been loving these for breakfast. So these are the Kodiak Cakes Power Flapjacks. Honestly, the deeper I get, I'll probably eliminate these just because they're not that filling. Sugar-free syrup or 0-calorie syrup. Fairlife milk that I add in with my protein every morning for sludge. Egg whites, strong greens every morning. This is a nice little snack if you're craving something sweet. So sugar-free Jell-O, and while dieting, you guys know, always have fat-free Ready Whip around here. These 100-calorie oats, Better and Oats packs come in really convenient. More carbs, we have rice. Jasmine rice is my go-to. Jasmine or basmati. Rice cakes, apple cinnamon are really good. Some sort of bread. I really love this Dave's Killer bread, and then English muffins. We typically have more vegetables, but these are like my staples. So I'll do a lot of salads. Like when I'm dieting, probably a bag or two of just like an Italian salad mix daily. Broccoli slaw, cherry tomatoes, probably some mushrooms too. And then pickles are always sitting around. So these no sugar added bread and butter chips, and then just regular like dills that I'll munch on every so often. So these are like my staple foods that I'll eat the rest of the cut. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. That is a little bit about what's going on right now with the cut. And we're going to end it by throwing it back to 2017, where I was a little younger, a little skinnier, and a little bit more clean shaven. We'll see you guys in the next video.